On Themistode, FightHype.com. We're here with Jarrell Miller, big baby. How you feeling tonight, man?
I feel good, man. I'm about to go see some fight karate combats. I'm invited to go see that. So, I get my weekly dose of fighting on TV and in person.
Gotcha. Now, obviously you said you got a show to go to tonight, but I'm pretty sure you just watched your good friend AJ. What you thought about his performance, man?
Applejacks look like he scared like a motherfucker. Applejacks look like he didn't want to get hit with nothing.
Mhm.
I mean, listen, the fight was definitely a lot closer than giving only 2 rounds to Franklin. I honestly thought Franklin could have definitely won by a draw. It could have went one round either way or a draw, but definitely not only 200 Franklin. Franklin was tripling up, doubling the jabs, backing them up. The referee was biased as hell, making AJ hit on the clinch, not saying nothing, hold behind the head, throwing uppercuts as usual. Like that's like AJ's like a one trick pony, my dude. So, and Franklin is a small heavyweight. He's a C D class fighter. But after fighting AJ, now he's a B class fighter. You know what I'm trying to say? So, and Franklin is now a full time fighter. So I feel like it's only going to get better. But age is only getting worse.
Compared to where AJ was when you was first about to fight him in like 2019, compared to where he is now, like where do you think the regression is kind of happened, man?
Well, I would have knocked him out dead silly cold when I fought him for him. You know what I'm trying to say? Look what Andy did to him. Andy's smaller than me. The thing is that his confidence is not there. We all see that. And when you start fighting guys that have swag, have boxing ability, bring generalship, he has a problem with that. You watch any one of the fighters that he's all for, anybody that can box a little bit and can roll, punch, and slip, he has a problem with. He gets hit with shots. Only guy that stand up there and bop him, stop him, robots is the guys he does good against. And
Hmm.
nobody else, he like anybody that can move and have solid movement is gonna give him a problem. Even worse if you could punch. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's not the regression. I've said regression of what it is. He's fighting fighters that have the ability to box and is not afraid of.
Hmm.
Everybody can paint this picture of AJ being, oh, he's Achilles monster. But I told everybody from day one, that's not no monster. Eddie Hearn and Matthew paid millions of dollars to
But
boost his Instagram.
but you're telling me, okay, if you want to say he's not a monster now, okay, I think that probably
He never
happened.
was a monster. He
So
never was a monster.
you don't think even when he was undefeated, he was,
Fuck no. Fuck no. Look who he fought. The only person he fought that had any kind of name was Klitschko. Name one person he fought when he was a monster, but he was a monster. He fought Povetkin when Povetkin was sick,
he also
right?
he also fought your other good friend Dillian White, knocked him out.
Okay, then White was at 14 0. Don't know how to jump rope and can't even come up the stairs properly without crossing his own feet. Come on, bro. Like Dylan White got literally like 2 left feet. As a matter of fact, Dylan White's so fucking clumsy with his feet. He got 4 left feet. I don't know how he made it this far, but he could punch. You know what I'm trying to say? So, and I told him, I said, listen, you born him wanted to fight. You know what I'm trying to say? But if Usyk and Tyson don't fight, which is deadline for the April 3rd, if they don't fight, then Usyk is going to fight Dubois. So I'm trying to say that's what it comes down to. And if that happens, I want to fight Dylan White.
Hmm. Would you want
You
to
know what
fight
I mean?
Dillian White more than you want to fight AJ though?
But I want AJ next. AJ, come on, AJ's not going to fight me, bro. He's not going to fight me right now. AJ is probably the biggest pussy in boxing right now. He throws a temper tantrum after every fight when he don't get his own way. So you had the referees, you had the judges, you had the promotional company, you had the commentators, you had the cameraman. Not the cameraman ain't showing not one good highlight of Franklin, double jabbing him, go to the body, the overhand right. Not one good highlight they showed Franklin. Everything was AJ. I'm like, damn, you can't be any more biased in Britain. Like, hop off this guy's knob for a second. Like, damn. So
So,
let's get it twisted. He's never leaving. He's never leaving England. Trust me. You guys ass whooped in Saudi. You guys ass whooped in America. He's not leaving England, bro.
so who do you think it was the Andy Ruiz fight that kind of changed him, or do you think it was the Klitschko fight when he got dropped? Like, what fight do you think it was exactly, man?
Oh, definitely Andy fight. It's definitely an Andy fight because in the second fight, he didn't really box. He didn't really try to fight the second fight. He boxed. He ran. You know what I mean? I mean, fuck boxing. He ran. Look at Andy Ruiz fight. You call that boxing? Were you not entertained? No, we were not entertained, bro. That was horrible. Like it was a shit. It was a shit fest. You know what I mean? So yeah, it was definitely the first Andy Ruiz fight. Then once he fought Pulev, hold behind the head, uppercut type shit, right handed. That regular shit that worked for them regular motherfuckers. You know what I'm trying to say? So
Mhm. So, granted all of that, man, he's clearly, I mean, to me, he doesn't really look like the same fighter, man. Where do you think he kind of goes from here? They're talking about Tyson Fury, they're still talking about Deontay Wilder, Dillian White, possibly. Do you think he could beat any of those guys, including Dillian White in a rematch?
he could definitely beat the Dillian White because Dillian White don't got no head movement. That's the freaking problem. He has head movement, but he slows down after a while. It's not being Tyson. He'll get killed by Deontay. I mean, the only fight out there that I feel like maybe that can be 50-50 for him if he has some kind of confidence is against me. I'm his best 50-50 fight he got.
How exactly does that fight play? How did that fight play out, man?
Um, we're gonna jab a little bit, then I'm gonna bum rush and knock his head off, step on his face after I knock him out, get disqualified, but everybody knows he's a pussy.
You know what's funny is that like I just spoke to your Coach Sosa. He was just like, yo, he'd love for you to get that fight next, man. He said
Bro,
that you
bro,
stop him. So
bro, everybody want me to get that fight next, bro. Eddie Hearn know what he did behind closed doors, bro. He know what he did, bro. Listen, man, they know what needs to happen.
but
But at the end
granted,
of the day,
I just wanted to say, granted, I know you're extremely confident that you'll beat Joshua, man. But there has
yeah.
to be a few things that you see from Joshua, even now that you're just like, all right, I feel like I could beat this dude easily, but I do have to watch out for X, Y, and Z, man.
Oh yeah, I mean you gotta watch out for every. I mean, any fighter can end you with the right punch and the right amount of pressure. I mean,
Mm.
every punch is dangerous. The jab keeps the right hand keeps dangerous. But it comes down to the will. It comes down to the durability of the fighter. It got to come down to the heart. Come down to the wear and tear. That's what I look at. Yes, every punch can in the fight. So I gotta look out for every punch. I'm not gonna name one punch that I'm gonna look out for. I look out for every punch. The question is when he hits me and when I hit him back, what's gonna fucking happen?
Do you feel like, I mean, I know you want to fight next anyways, but you've been on your comeback trail, you got 3 wins in a row, just fought Lucas Brown, stopped him in the 6th round. Do you feel like you're at where you want to be right now to take on those
Oh
elite guys?
no, 100% not. I mean, I fought Lucas Brown 70%, 5%. I didn't have Sosa in my corner. I didn't have Sosa in my training camp this fight. I was helping Beehive. We just couldn't make it work. So I had to, just buckle down with my new assistant coach, which is third. And he's great. It's our first camp together. So we're kind of learning styles, I kind of jabbed, did my thing. But then it was like, I got hit with a shot and it kind of like, yo, fuck boxing. I just want to slug it out. Like, I want to do one. I want to all the frustration now. I want to get it out in this fight. I just want to swing. It was fun for me. It was like, Jay, do what you want to do this fight. The next fight, we got to clean it up, and that's what the weather came out to. I got all that aggression. I was holding it. I just wanted to swing, swing, swing. I didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I know you wasn't going to back me up, and that's what I did. So now we know going to other fights and other dangerous fighters in the division, we got to clean it up. We got to get the weight down. We got to get tighter. We got to get better condition. We got to go back to the boxing skill. We got to go back to the jabs. I can do all that. People know I can do that, so it's not a problem. But this fight was just one of those fights. Say, fuck it. I'm just going to swing for the fences right now. That's what we did.
Do you think that I mean, I'm pretty sure you saw Joshua against Usyk in the second fight, right?
Yeah, I seen it. Yeah, I seen it.
Do you think that he looked better in that fight, like as opposed to like this fight? He was more aggressive. Do you think he looked better in that fight, or he still looked kind of ho hum a little bit, man?
I mean, he still like shit to me, bro. You
All
fighting a
right.
smaller guy. You got to be more aggressive. Yeah, you can fight technically and fight clean and 1-2s and all that shit, but this is the fight game, bro. Like it's boxing, stick and move, but you're not even sticking and moving convincingly, bro. So I'm trying to say is he's not looking like a Floyd. You know what I mean? So it's like, all right, so what are you doing in there, bro? Like, when the guy's hurt, you got to put pressure on. You got to, come forward, open down the jab, open hand right, stuff. You got to mix it up. You can walk a guy down, you can box and be a bully at the same time. but he's boxing. He looks scared. That's what he looks like.
You know, I've noticed that like a lot of guys in like the heavyweight division kind of say like the same thing. Like Joshua was fighting a smaller guy in Usyk, and yeah, he's smaller, but you got to admit Usyk got like some ridiculous skills. He's not like some guy you could just bully, you know?
Well, listen to me. I've heard things. I've seen things. He's a guy you can bully, but you have to be the guy that's built to bully. You
Mm.
can't say I'm a bully guy. You never really bully guys in your fights before. You know, I think about it too with AJ is he's been fed so much nonsense and fighting in England. Like even with the coffee fight versus the undercard guy, they stopped that fight so
Fabio Ward, yeah.
yeah, you know, they stopped the fight so early. In UK, most of AJ fights have not been knockouts, bro. Most of them have been referee stoppages jumping in. So when you have you might clip a guy and then do a 10-punch flurry, the referee jumps in. The guy's not even hurt.
Mm.
But he's used to getting saved all the fucking time. So when you get to a certain level now, yeah, the referee say, no, we're gonna let these guys fight. The referee let them fight a little more in this fight, mix it up and grab. But every time AJ did some nonsense, he didn't correct them. And that's the fault with fighting in Britain.
You don't think having Derrick James in his corner now will help him with any of that? This was their first fight together. He didn't look great, but you don't think like that relationship could kind of get better, man?
So the thing is like this. Derrick James is one of the most phenomenal trainers in the world right now. Nobody can take away from James, right?
Mm.
But at the same time, styles make fights, like a trainer and a fighter. So can James help improve his game? Yeah, I think so. But can he actually implement those strategies in a fight? He fought a very small fighter, not too aggressive a fighter that has the weight to really push. Let's get some straight. The guy's 6'1.5", 238, and he was mushing around AJ, mushing him. And he's a small heavyweight, and he's known for not being able to punch, not known for not being able to crack, known for not being that strong. So, like I said before, he did what he was supposed to do, you know, effectively, you say. But like I said, Derek is a phenomenal trainer. I love Derek James. I think one of the greatest trainers out right now. But styles make fights, and I don't know if it's going to help him. It's going to take a little while. You know, I feel like Ryan Garcia was definitely not the trainer for him because you gotta have balls to fuck with the Mexican style. Period. And if you ain't got no balls and dick down, then you're gonna get left in the dirt. You know, I mean, you see my trainer, he Mexican, so you know how we get down. We getting busy. I can box and I can sit down and bang when I need to. But like I said, you got to have a different kind of mentality when you're training with certain trainers for certain countries. You know, I'm just blessed that Soso is a boxing fundamentalist, but he teaches you how to dig down too. AJ don't have that swag. He just don't got it.
So do you think Josh was lacking like some heart a little bit, man? Like how do you think about his heart, man? You think he doesn't have it or he's
Oh
not
yeah,
willing to bite down?
yeah. He definitely don't have definitely lacking heart, man. He can talk all that stuff. I want big names and big fights, but then why is it you going fight over? Now you want to talk tough and go walk up on corners and shove people. Man, where's all that energy? Where's all that energy when you was fighting just now? Where's all that tough? Yo, fuck you. Where's all that? You the bell just rung. Why you didn't jump on homeboy and do that to when you was fighting just now, bro? Now the fight's over. Oh, the cut. Fuck you. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Yo, man, you be killing me, man. Just last two questions. Just last two questions for you, man. You know, if Joshua was listening, what would be like your message to him, man?
Yeah, tell your mom stop calling my phone, man. I'm tired of busting that ass, nigga. Come see me when you're ready, pussy.
Yeah, and just last question for you, man. If Usyk and Fury, if that fight finally does happen, what's your future prediction for that, man?
Um, a lot of people saying Tyson's gonna run over Usyk. Nope, it's not gonna be run over fight because Usyk moves 100% better than Deontay.
Mm.
And on top of that, Tyson's not a one-punch knockout artist. So, with that being said, it's going to be a lot harder fight for Tyson, but it'll be entertaining. I still think Tyson will take it away, but it's going to be a lot closer than people think it is.
Gotcha. And actually, my last question for you: between Joshua and Dillian White, who do you consider the tougher fight between those two, man?
Tougher fight? I think Dylan White.
Mm.
Because Dylan White, me being got Jamaican in me, Dylan White is a yard man, like a real yardie. So when you dealing with a yard man, yo, he bring that same energy to every fight. Win, lose, draw, get knocked the fuck out. Dylan White comes to win, and he's swinging for the fences. And I'm trying to say he's not playing it safe. So I feel like, once you kind of sell in the fight and you got to get your rhythm with Dylan White, yeah, then you can pick him apart. But he's a lot more dangerous fight than AJ.
Gotcha. Yo,
That's about a
listen,
heart aspect. That's about a heart aspect. Anybody got more heart to me and got punching power, that's the guy I'm gonna bet my money on.